Yeah, hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shin Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, and I am coming to you from right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? This here is February 20th, 2019, V-Blog number 2554. You know what? Got a happy friend anniversary shout out. That's Facebook friend anniversary to you and me. Happy Facebook friend anniversary shout out to Mitch, Sander, and Iddrisu. Yakubu. Yeah, it is a Rusu Yakubu. Right. All right, we'll just go with that because I don't want to booger it up any more than I already have. All right, let's see. How about checking out our local weather for the day? Our local weather for the day is Tuesday, today, February 20th. Overcast, highs near 42 degrees, winds west to southwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, February 20th, cloudy skies, lows near 28 degrees Fahrenheit, winds west at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then Thursday, February 21st, cloudy skies, highs around 43, winds light and variable. Overcast lows near 30 degrees overnight. Winds east to northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then Friday, cloudy skies. Slight chances of rain showers. Highs near 47. Winds east at 5 to 10 or 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then Friday night, we've got Friday night, February 22nd, that is. Cloudy in the evening with scattered thunderstorms developing after midnight. Lows around 39 degrees. Winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 50%. Then Saturday we got February 23rd. Showers and thunderstorms likely. Highs around 56 degrees. Winds southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chances of precipitation 100%. Mostly cloudy skies overnight, windy and becoming cloudy overnight. Lows around 33 degrees, winds west at 25 to 35 miles per hour. Winds could occasionally gust up over 40 miles per hour. So bring in the trash cans, folks. How about what? That was Friday. Sunday. That was Saturday. Wait a minute. What's going on here? What day am I on? Wind's wind. Okay, it sure could. Okay, then Sunday, February 24th, sunny, gusty winds, diminishing in the afternoon, highs around 44, winds west and northwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour, higher winds gust possible. A few clouds overnight, lows near 23 degrees Fahrenheit, winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then for your Monday, February 25th forecast, mainly cloudy, highs near 43 degrees, winds east and southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Monday night, February 25th, mostly cloudy skies early and will be becoming partly cloudy late and lows around 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds east to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. That's right. Tuesday, February 26th, partly cloudy skies. Highs around 51 degrees Wednesday. Our winds southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies during the evening will give way to cloudy skies overnight. Lows around 26 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then to wrap up our 7-day forecast, Wednesday, February 27th, cloudy skies early with then partly cloudy in the afternoon. Highs around 35 degrees, winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies, lows around 27 degrees, winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that wraps up our 7-day forecast. Now, let's not forget to get out to the Working Women's Survival Show, February 22nd. That'd be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday from 10 a.m. to, 11 a.m., sorry. 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. over at the St. Charles Convention Center here in St. Charles, Missouri. That's right. That's why they call it the St. Charles Convention Center. That's right. February 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Reoccurring daily, I should mention. Seeing how it would be the 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. I think that generally means that it reoccurs daily. It's the ultimate day, girls' day out. It's gearing up for more food, fashion, fitness, and fun. Yes, the show features the latest and greatest products and service from over 400 exhibitors that arrived in St. Louis from all over the country. As the show has added features over the years, it has evolved into the ultimate girls' day out. That's right. Instead of making separate trips to the mall, restaurants, salons, and spas, women can go shopping, grab a bite to eat, and get pampered all in one place with their family and friends. Free parking on site is available at the St. Charles Convention Center several lots around the convention center. Plus, they've opened up the lower lot of the Ameristar Casino so that you can get over there and get you a ride back and forth. Shuttles will be running every 15 minutes. Think I'm going to do some Charlie Daniels stuff. I think I'll do the Uneasy Rider, at least one of them, maybe two of them. Me and a buddy of mine got us a wild hare and figured we wanted to go somewhere. So we loaded up in my ragtop Chevrolet. We had a little bit of money and a whole lot of show. And with Hank Jr. blaring on the radio, we got us a tank full of gas and we was on our way. We figured we'd go down to New Orleans, and we were barreling down Old 17 when a man with a blinking red light was on our tail. Well, he said we was doing about 60 in a 45, but I'm gonna let you go this time. But if I catch you again, I'm gonna slap you in a country jail. Well, we said thank you, sir. And you sure been nice, and you ain't gonna have to tell us twice. And we were southbound and down with the wind, blowing in our faces. Well, we kept on rolling, and pretty soon the radio was cooking out a Haggard tune, and we were pulling into Houston, checking out all them places. Well, I was feeling dry, and I said I think we ought to try to stop by and get ourselves a drink. And old Jim said, yeah, 'cause we got time to kill. We kept on rolling, and I seen this spot, and we pulled into the parking lot of this place called the Cloud 9 Bar and Grill. Well, we walked through the door, and the place was jammed, and the lights were low, and they had a punk rock band, and some orange-haired fellers singing about suicide. I said, Jim, this ain't our kind of place, and he said, well, let's just have one round anyway. So again, with my better judgment, we walked on the inside. Went up to the bar, and we sat down, and this feller walked up and said, I'll buy this round, and he sat down and on the bar stool next to Jim. He looked like a girl, but he talked like a guy, and he had lipstick on and mascara on his eyes, and everybody in the place looked just about like him. I said, Jim, this isn't our kind of bar. Let's just go on out and get back in the car, 'cause there's going to be trouble. Ain't no sense in taking a chance. We was getting ready to leave, when somebody grabbed old Jim by the sleeve, and this is a good-looking girl was asking my buddy to dance. I said, Jim, don't do it. There's something missing. This feller's dancing. There's fellers a dancing, then there's fellers kissing, and And this good-looking girl, there's fellers dancing and there's fellers kissing. There's fellers in high-heeled shoes wearing pantyhose. He said, partner, I just can't turn this one down. You just go over there and have one more round, and I'll dance with this lady, and we'll get on down the road. So he walked away and left me alone, but this funny-looking feller kept coming on, and he was making me mad with some of those things he said. Then he put his hand on my knee, and I said, if you don't get your paw off of me, I'm going to locate your nose round the other side of your head. He said, I love it when you get that there fire in your eyes. I said, well, partner, try this on for size, and I unloaded on him and went out, and he went out like a light. Everybody in the place must have been his friend, 'cause they headed for me, and I said, this is it, and this is the end. But where I come from, we didn't give up without a fight. They were screaming and a yelling and a scratching and a clawing, and I was punching and a hitting and kicking and a pawing. I was holding my own, 'cause I've been in a scraper too. Old Jim come running up out of the blue, and that large gal was with him come running up too, and proceeded to beat me on me with a high-heeled shoe. I grabbed her by the hair, and it came off in my hand, and that beautiful girl was just a beautiful man, and old Jim just got sick right then and there on the floor. He dropped that dude like a shot from a gun, smeared his lipstick and made his makeup run, and me and old Jim started fighting our way to the door. Well, we lit out of there, and that Chevrolet, I put it on the floor, and it stayed that way. We were going down the highway doing about 110. We were headed for home, and we was getting near, then a red light come on in the rear mirror, and that same blame cop was pulling us over again. Now I'm sitting here in this country jail, and I had to call my buddy to go and all our bail, but I learned my lesson that I'll never forget again. I've done give up a drinking, I've given up bars, I'm running around the country in souped up cars. I'm going back where the women are women and the men are men. And I'm going back to where the women are women and the men are men. Okay, well, there you have it. There's Charlie Daniels. I guess he's got a version of everything. The other one that I was going to do was this one. I was taking a trip on out to L.A., tooling along in my Chevrolet, toking on a number and digging on the radio. Just as I crossed that Mississippi line, I heard that highway starting to whine, and I knew that left rear tire was about to blow. Well, the spare was flat, and I got uptight because there wasn't a filling station in sight, so I just limped on down the shoulder on the rim. I went as far as I could, and when I stopped the car, it was right in front of this little bar, kind of a redneck-looking joint called the Dewdrop Inn. I stuffed my hair up under my hat, and I told the bartender that I had a flat, and would he be kind enough to give me change for one. Well, there was a thing I was sure proud to see. There wasn't a soul in the place but except for him and me, and I just looked disgusted, and he pointed toward the telephone. Well, I called up the station down the road a ways, and he said he wasn't very busy today, and he could have someone there in about 10 minutes or so. Now, he said, now, you just stay right where you're at, and I didn't have bothered to tell the darn fool that I had sure as heck didn't have nowhere else to go. And I just ordered up a beer and sat down at the bar when some guy walked in and said, who owns this car with the peace signs, the mag wheels, and the 4 on the floor? Well, he looked at me, and I darn near died, and I decided that I'd just wait outside. So I laid $1 on the bar and headed for the door. Just when I thought I'd get out of there with my skin, these 5 big dudes come a-strolling in with one old drunk chick and some feller with green teeth. I was almost to the door when the biggest one said, "You tip your hat to this lady, son," and when I did, all that hair fell out from underneath. Now, the last thing I wanted to do was get in a fight in Jackson, Mississippi on a Saturday night, especially when there was 3 of them and only one of me. They all started laughing, and I kind of felt sick. 3 of them and only one of me. Well, they all started laughing, and I started feeling kind of sick and knew that I'd better think of something pretty doggone quick, so I just reached out and kicked old Green Teeth right in the knee. Now, he let out a yell that would curl your hair, but before he could move, I grabbed me a chair, and I said, "Now watch him, folks. He's a fairly dangerous man." Now, you may not know it, but this man's a spy. He's an undercover agent for the FBI, and he's been sent down here to infiltrate the Ku Klux Klan. Now, he say he was still bent over holding on to his knee, but everybody else was looking and listening to me, and I laid it on thicker and heavier as I went. And I said, "Would you believe this man has gone as far as to tear Wallace stickers off the bumpers of cars, and he even voted for George McGovern for president? Well, he's a friend of them long-haired hippie type of pinko fags. I bet you guys he's got a commie flag tacked up on the wall inside of his garage. He's a snake in the grass, I'll tell you guys. He may look dumb, but that's just a disguise. He's a mastermind in the ways of espionage." Well, they all started looking real suspicious at him, and he jumped up and said, "Now, wait a minute, Jim. You know that he's lying. I've been living here all of my life. I'm a faithful follower of Brother John Birch, and I belong to the Antioch Baptist Church, and I ain't even got a garage. You can call home and ask my wife." Well, then he started saying something about the way I was dressed, but I didn't wait around to hear the rest. I was too busy moving and hoping I didn't run out of luck. When I hit the ground, I was making tracks, and they was just shaking my car down off of the jacks. So I threw the man a 20, and I jumped in and fired the mother up. Well, Mario Andretti would have sure been proud the way I passed that. The way I was moving when I passed that crowd and coming out the door and headed towards me in a trot. And I guess I should have gone ahead and run, but somehow I just couldn't resist the fun of chasing them all just once around the parking lot. Well, they headed for their cars, but I hit the gas and spun around and headed them off at the pass, and I was slinging gravel and putting a ton of dust in the air. And I had them all out. They were stepping and a-fetching like their heads was on fire and their butts was a-catching, and I figured I'd better go before the cops got there. Well, when I hit the road, I was really wheeling. I had gravel flying and a rubber squealing, and I didn't slow down till I was almost to Arkansas. I think I'm going to reroute my trip. I wonder if anybody would think I flipped if I went to L.A. by Omaha. All right, how about this one? I am going to play this in a whole different way. Well, the devil, at this one time he went down to Georgia and he was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because, well, he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal. When he came across this young man sawing on the fiddle and playing it hot, well, that devil, he jumped up on a hickory stump and he said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take it there, I'll make a bet with you. Now, you play a pretty good fiddle, boy, but give the devil his due. I'll bet a fiddle gold against your soul, because, well, friend, I think I'm better than you." Well, the boy said, "My name is Johnny, and it might be a sin, but I'll take your bet you're going to regret, 'cause I'm the best it's ever been. Now, Johnny, rosin up your bow and play your fiddle hard, because, well, the hell's broke loose in Georgia, and that devil, he's dealing the cards. And if you win, you get this finey shittle metal gold, but if you lose, the devil, he gets your soul. Well, the devil, he opened up his case and he says, how far this show? And fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. And he pulled a string across them strings, and it made an evil hiss. And a band of Remans joined in, and it sounded something like this here. Ba-doom, 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 doom, doom. When the devil, he finished his show, why, Johnny said, well, you're pretty good, old son, but sit down in that chair right there, and let me show you how you're done. He played Fire on the Mountains and Run, Boys, Run. The devil, he's in the house with the rising sun. Chickens in the bread pan picking out dough. Granny does the dog pie. No, child, no. Oh, what happened there? Something just messed up. Well, the devil is in the house with the rising sun. Chicken in the bread pan picking out dough. Granny does the dog bite. Oh, no, child, no. Well, the devil, he done went and bowed his head, 'cause he knowed that he'd been beat. And he just laid that there golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet. And Johnny said there, you know, devil, you just come on back if you ever want to try again. Done told you once, you some of gum. I'm the best it's ever been. And then he played it again. He said, fire on the mountains, run, boys, run. The devil is caught in the house with the rising sun. I think that's a train, ain't it? Good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the one they call the city of... Nope, that's the city of New Orleans. Yeah, that's right, it ain't a rising sun. Anyway, chicken was in the bread pan, and it was picking out dough. And Granny, will your dog bite? Oh, no, child, no. Okay, how about this one? Every morning at the mine, you could see him arrive. He stood 6'6" and weighed 245. Kind of broad at the shoulders and narrow at the hips, and everybody knew you didn't give no lip to Big John. Big John, Big John, Big Bad John, Big John. Nobody seemed to know where John called home. He just drifted into town and stayed all alone. He didn't say much, kind of quiet and shy. If you spoke at all, you just say hi to Big John. Somebody said he came from New Orleans, where he got in a fight over a Cajun queen, and a crushing blow from a huge right hand sent a Louisiana fella to the promised land. Big John, Big John, Big John, a big bad John, Big John. And then came the day at the bottom of the mine when a timber cracked and the men started crying. Miners were praying and the hearts beat fast, and everybody thought they'd breathe their last except John. Through the dust and the smoke of this man-made hell walked a giant of a man that the miners knew well. He grabbed a sag of timber and gave out with a groan, and like a giant oak tree just stood there alone. Big John, Big John, a big bad John, Big John. And with all of his strength, he gave a mighty shove, and the miners yelled out, "Hey, there's light up above!" And 20 men scrambled for a would-be grave. Now there's only one left down there to save, Big John. With jacks and timbers, they started back down. Then came a rumble way down in the ground, and then the smoke and the gas belched out of that mine, and everybody knew it was the end of the line for Big John. Big John, Big John, a big bad John, Big John. Now they never reopened that worthless pit. They just placed a marble stand in front of it. There was a few words that are written on that stand. At the bottom of this mine lies a big, big man. Big John, Big John, a big bad John, Big John, Big John. Alrighty, hey, that brings us to the end of it. Looks like it's about time to do our portion of the program called Our Daily Bread. And if you flip on over to odb.org, you will find it in there. I'm sure that it's there somewhere. odb.org, Our Daily Bread on the Richter scale. And I will be reading Colossians 1, 9 through 12. And if you're keeping up with your Bible in the year, which I hope that you are, you'll be reading, today we will be doing Leviticus 26 through 27 and Mark 12. If you're keeping up with the Bible with Briscoe, I'll be reading Leviticus 26 through 27 and Mark 2. Sorry, Mark 2, not Mark 12. Did I say Mark 12? I meant Mark 2. Alrighty, let me kick off that first paragraph there for you. Oh, today's devotion is called Send It in a Letter. Like most 4-year-olds, Ruby loved to run, sing, dance, and play, but she started complaining about pain in her knees. Ruby's parents took her in for tests. The results were shocking. A diagnosis of cancer, stage 4 neuroblastoma. Ruby was in trouble. She was quickly admitted to the hospital. Ruby's hospital stay lingered on, spilling over into the Christmas season. That'll entice you to get right down in there and read it. For sure, for sure. I'm going to be reading Colossians 1, 9 through 12 right now. For this reason, since the day we heard about you, we have not stopped praying for you. We continually ask God to fill you with the knowledge of His will through all the wisdom and understanding that the Spirit gives, so that you may live a life worthy of the Lord and please Him in every way, bearing fruit in every good work, growing in the knowledge of God, being strengthened with all the power according to His glorious might, so that you might have great endurance and patience, and give joyful thanks to the Father who has qualified you to share in the inheritance of His holy people in the kingdom of the light. And there you have it. That leaves me with one more song, and that song would be, well, goodbye, my friends, it's a time to go. I said goodbye, my friends, it's a time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here's been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are you? Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Come back and see me again. You know God loves you, and so do I. So be blessed in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.